In a chilling case that has stunned even veteran detectives, a Louisiana man has confessed to injecting his own mother with methamphetamine before allegedly beating her to death with his bare hands. What started as a twisted attempt to ease her suffering, according to the suspect, turned into a gruesome scene of patricide that has left an entire community in disbelief and horror. On June 24, 2025, authorities in Opelousas, Louisiana, were called to a quiet residential property after neighbors reported a foul odor and suspicious activity. When police arrived, they found the body of 65-year-old Lisa Lloyd, hidden in a large trash can beneath the carport of her own home. The body, wrapped in plastic and partially decomposed, showed signs of severe blunt force trauma. But what investigators would learn next turned a horrifying murder into something far darker. Her son, Aaron Lloyd, 33, was arrested at the scene. During initial questioning, he gave conflicting stories. First, he claimed his mother had overdosed. Later, during a full confession, he told investigators that he injected his mother with methamphetamine before bludgeoning her in what he described as an act of release. According to the police affidavit, Aaron told officers, "She was suffering. I just wanted to give her peace. But after the shot, she just wouldn't stop screaming. So I ended it." He then described using a heavy object, believed to be a crowbar, to deliver the fatal blows to her head and torso. Investigators also found several syringes, a meth pipe, and drug residue at the scene. Toxicology reports later confirmed Lisa Lloyd's bloodstream contained high levels of meth, supporting part of Aaron's claim. Neighbors described Lisa Lloyd as kind but troubled. She had reportedly battled with declining health, including chronic pain and respiratory issues. However, no one suspected the depths of turmoil inside the home she shared with her son. Aaron Lloyd had moved back in with his mother roughly 6 months prior after being released from prison. He had a criminal history of petty theft, drug possession, and domestic disturbances, but nothing on his record indicated he was capable of matricide. One neighbor recalled, "Lisa always said Aaron was her second chance. She loved him fiercely. She never gave up on him, even when she should have." In court, Aaron's public defender hinted at a history of untreated mental illness and long-term drug dependency, suggesting the crime was committed in the grip of a psychotic break. However, prosecutors argue that the planning involved injecting drugs, wrapping the body, concealing evidence, demonstrates clear intent and awareness. He now faces charges of first-degree murder, distribution of narcotics, tampering with evidence, abuse of a corpse. If convicted, he could face life in prison without parole. The city of Opelousas, a small community of just under 17,000 people, is reeling. Vigils have been held outside the Lloyd residence, where candles, photos, and handwritten notes mourn Ms. Lisa. Some locals have called for reforms in drug treatment availability and mental health services, hoping the tragedy can spur preventative change. One attendee at the vigil tearfully said, "This wasn't just a murder. This was a failure on so many levels. A mother should never have to fear the child she raised." Aaron Lloyd's confession paints a portrait of a deeply disturbed man whose addiction and delusion led to an unthinkable act, the brutal murder of his own mother. Whether the motive was rooted in misplaced mercy, mental illness, or madness, the end result is the same. A woman who spent her life fighting for her son lost her life at his hands. As the trial approaches, the case continues to provoke painful questions about how society fails those caught between mental illness and substance abuse, and how the very people we love can sometimes become the monsters we never see coming.